Hi, I'm Trevor Hendy, a 6-time Australian Ironman champion, and I won the Ironman series 4 times as well. But above all that, I'm a clubby. I do my patrols and I volunteer, and every now and then I still compete. So the thing is, just like the 47,000 active lifesavers we have across Australia, I'm bound by the World Anti-Doping Agency Code. In surf lifesaving, we take a no-tolerance approach to drugs, whether it be performance enhancing or recreational. Athletes, coaches, officials, our stance is strong. Use drugs and you will get caught. And you need to know the authorities are watching. And more than that, why take drugs? You don't need them. Well, Surf Lifesaving is a really proud organisation. 107 years strong, 311 beaches that we volunteer, and men and women all around the country put their time and effort into looking after those beaches. And it's obviously an iconic brand around the world. People know what lifesavers are. There's another really fun side of lifesaving, and that is the competition side. You know, we're inspirational. The bottom line is we're role models, and there's a pure performance ethos in our sport that's unlike any other, and it's non-negotiable. So from January 1, 2015, there is a new WADA code worldwide. It's in effect, it's mandatory. SLSA and Surf Lifesaving are working together, and I'm really proud of that we're working together to make sure that we're governed by that same code, we follow it, and that we ensure that our pure performance in sport is maintained. The new code includes some interesting things, some interesting changes. Firstly, there's longer bans for people involved in intentional doping. So what was once a 2-year ban automatically is now a 4-year ban. Secondly, and a bigger one, there's a greater focus on athlete support people who are involved in doping. And what that means is when you're done for doping, you can no longer associate, be around your coach, the other members of the surf club, everything else, that you're literally on the outside. Lastly, more focus on the importance of investigations and the use of intelligence in the fight against doping. So there's now a systematic approach to breaking this down and getting in behind it. They can turn up at your training venue, they can turn up at your home, they can turn up anywhere, and that's what we've seen happen in recent times. It's more and more, I'm going to be there for you. If you're going to dope, you're going to get caught, because at some point in time you're going to slip up. And they can do urine samples, blood samples, or both, anytime they want, no advance notice, and there's no getting out of it. In the past it was about the elite, it was about the Ironmen and women competition and training, all that sort of stuff. But even just last year, 50% of people tested were just normal people in surf sports. So it's anybody who puts themselves on that start line, and anyone who's training for it is basically part of this anti-doping code. You refusing to cooperate is like having a negative test. So there's no, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You know, literally front up. It's you're part of the sport, you're responsible to it. So when SLSA informs Lifesaving that you've had what they call an adverse analytical finding, that basically means from a doping perspective you've had a positive result, something has shown up. As soon as that happens, there's a mandatory suspension in place. Your state and your club president is notified immediately. Mandatory sanctions will be handed out, and they can include lifelong suspensions. So Surf Lifesaving has updated its policy and to reflect the WADA changes. So you can actually see on the SLS members portal on the website, you can actually view this information, or an anti-doping officer has actually been assigned to each state or territory that can help out with this. So you only have to ask. So what competitors need to do? Firstly, make sure your club, your team, you know the rules. SLSA provides you with an online training program to support surf lifesaving education and training. Secondly, it's your responsibility to know what you're taking. You can visit the SLSA website to find education material that can help you. It includes an updated list of prohibited substances and the ability to check any substances that you might be taking. If you hear about doping or drug use, report it to SLSA. Also, ensure that all briefings with trainers, officials, participants clearly talk about Surf Lifesaving anti-doping policy and the WADA code requirements. If you need information, contact your state or visit SLSA website and check the Surf Lifesaving Anti-Doping Information Guide and Policy. Most importantly, make sure that you are contributing to a clean and supportive culture that we all want our clubs and sport to be known for. We can't be complacent about this. We can't sweep it under the rug. We have to keep our eyes open. This is our culture and it's our responsibility, and we've got a purity that we should be very, very proud of. We want to be seen as a sport, as we always have been, that's renowned for our talent, our determination, our courage and our honesty. That's what comes through in the way that we race and perform as surf lifesaving athletes, and that's something that we need to preserve and maintain right throughout. Help us keep surf lifesaving pure and drug-free. And really, why take drugs? You don't need them. For more information, visit the Surf Lifesaving Australia website.